The SR Performance Strut Tower Brace in black will be a great choice for the non-performance pack S550 GT and EcoBoost owners out there who are after an affordable strut tower option and don't want to mess with the cowl extension that does come along with the Ford Performance option, which is priced in the same ballpark. On the other hand, if you do have one of those performance pack cars and you just simply want to switch up the look of that factory brace, this would be a great option for you as well. Now, speaking of price, this will land you just south of $200 in regards to total investment, and we'll get a simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter from me when it does come time to talk about the installation. So a strut tower brace is one of those easy and affordable ways to make a subtle impact on your handling, helping to stiffen up the front end slightly, take some of the roll out of the car when cornering very hard. Now, I do say subtle because in the grand spectrum of handling parts, I would argue that there are going to be other mods out there that will make a bigger impact to your handling performance, such as your sway bars, your springs, or even tires. But 99% of the time, a strut tower brace like this will be very affordable, along with being extremely easy to install, both of which apply to the SR option here. Now, traditionally, SR is going to be one of your more budget-friendly or value-friendly brands here on the site, and sure, that is the case with this particular strut tower brace, but that doesn't mean the construction or quality has suffered at all. In fact, guys, quite the opposite. SR has incorporated aircraft-grade 4130 chromoly steel for the overall construction here, in addition to using 1-inch tubular parallel beam design. They have also incorporated mild steel plating to the bottom portion of the brace itself, this part right here, guys, and that's just to further help reduce any flex before finishing everything off in this textured matte black powder coat, which I personally think flows under the hood of the S550 rather well. Now, this is a great time to point out, guys, that SR does offer the same exact brace, but in a brightly polished finish for the owners out there who might prefer a little bit more flash under the hood. You can find that on the site. It'll cost you a little bit more than the black option we have here. Now, another question I see on the site concerning the SR Performance brace here is that, will this thing fit my 2015 V6 Mustang? And unfortunately, it will not, at least as it sits right now. And that's just due to the intake manifold on these cars sitting a little bit higher than the GT or the EcoBoost S550 cars. Now, sure, it might be possible to add additional spacing or spacers underneath this thing to clear the intake manifold, but the moral of the story is, again, as it sits right now, this product will not fit the 2015 and newer V6 Mustang. But let's quickly touch on the installation with the SR option, and as I mentioned earlier, guys, this one is pretty much as straightforward as they come. So expect a rather simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter here, maybe 30 minutes of your time to get this bar in place. Tool-wise, well, if you have a socket set, you're gonna be able to install this thing. First up, you're gonna wanna pop that hood and remove the battery cover trim panel to gain access to the necessary studs. At this point, you can remove the 4 nuts off of the upper strut mount studs. Now, SR does include a few spacers that will be used. However, guys, the number of spacers that will be used will differ depending on whether or not your car is a performance pack model. So just make sure you reference those included instructions to determine how many spacers you need for your application. With the spacers in place, set the SR strut tower brace on the studs, tighten down the 4 included nuts, and your installation is complete. So to wrap this one up, guys, if you're looking for a no-nonsense, affordable strut tower brace option to help you tighten up the front end a little bit and add some underhood appearance, you'll want to check out the SR Performance option in black right here at AmericanMuscle.com.